Hello. So today I'll be doing the Perlis paper 1. Alright, so let's start. So this is the formula page. So let's skip it lah. Alright, number 1, express 0.0. Okay. How many 0 is there? 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 9, 3, 8, 5 in a standard form. First of all, what is standard form? Standard form means you have to move so that in front of the decimal point there's only one digit, and the one digit cannot be 0. It means that you have to move your decimal point until here. Okay, so that it becomes 9.385. But when you move it to here, then it will be times 10 power 1. So can you see you're moving originally it's 0.000009385. Now it's like 9.385. So your number is getting bigger, right? It's getting bigger. At first it's 0 point something, now it's 9 point something. So if your number is getting bigger, then the power here should get smaller. So here should be minus. Minus how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like this. So the answer will be D. Please be careful because some of you might accidentally bulatkan C, and it's wrong It's wrong. Why it's wrong? Because 9.385, if you want to write it in one decimal place, or I should say two significant figure, then you have to look at the next number 8, and 8 is like you need to plus 1, so it should be 9.4, not 9.3. So the answer is D. And you yeah, that's just how you do it. Of course you can use your calculator also actually to double check. So 0.50, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 3, 8, 5. And when you tekan, you see they give you the exact same answer, right? See the negative. Yeah. Alright. Number 2, a cone with diameter of 9.5 and a height 6.7 is removed from a solid cylinder. So let's draw a cone. Cone. Diameter 9.5. So I will find out what's the radius. Just divide 2. So 4.75 is the radius of cone. And then the height of the cone is the height of cone is 6.7. So I will just write down here 6.7. And then they say is removed from a solid cylinder with height of 9.8. So now there's a cylinder, and for the cylinder the height is 9.8, and then what else? The cylinder has the same diameter as the cone. Okay, so it means that the cone will be here lah. Okay, it means because they say the cone is removed from the cylinder, right? And they say the cone and the cylinder, they both have the same diameter or same radius. Maksudnya the radius of cylinder is 4.75, the radius of cone also 4.75, but the height is different. Okay, because the height of cylinder is higher. The height of cone is 6.7. Calculate volume of remaining solid. So it's quite easy, just take the formula. Volume of cylinder is pi r square h. Volume of cone will be 1/3 pi r square h. And you have to take volume of cylinder minus volume of cone. So what's volume of cylinder? It will be pi r square. So pi, they say use 22/7 here, and the radius is 4.75. Don't forget to square it. And what's the height of cylinder? 9.8. Minus with the volume of cone is 1/3 pi r square h. Okay, so what is the pi? 22/7. What's the r radius of the cone? 4.75, but the height is just only 6.7. So yeah, you just tekan this, you'll get your answer. 22/7 times 4.75 square times 9.8. 694.925. And then minus with, okay, this one just tekan 1 divide 3 minus 22/7 times 4.75 times 6.7. 33 point. Oh, did I press it wrongly? Let me tekan again. Times 4.75 times 6.7. Okay, yeah, 33. Just tekan 694.925 minus answer. Okay, this one is 925. I silap. Okay, it's not 25. Yeah, it's 925. I tertinggal just now. So 69.49 minus answer. So 6. Hiya, what did I do wrong? Pi r square 22/7 times 75 square. Wait, sorry, let me tekan again. 694.925. Sorry. Okay, what about this? 1/3. Ini takde square lah, Choon Hau. Hiya. Sorry. So 1 divide 3 times 22/7 times 4.75 square times 6.7. Okay, 158.36 blah blah blah. You don't even have to write it down because this is not paper 2. Just tekan 694.925 minus answer 536.55. So it's B lah, because if you write 2 decimal places, the 7 you have to plus 1. So 536.56, right? If it's paper 1, you don't have to show the working, alright? So yeah, you don't even have to write it down. Okay, like number 3. The distance of the sun from Earth is about 150 million. Okay, what is 150 million? Million means times 10 power 6. This is what it means. Okay, times 10 power 6. If billion means times 10 power 9. Alright, so it means 150 and then another 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it means this and this, they are the same, right? So express the distance of sun in standard form. So we can start from here, right? 150 times 10 power 6. But this is not standard form because the decimal point is here. It means you have to move the decimal point until here. Because the standard form, in front of the decimal, there can only be 1 digit. Now there's 3 digits, so you have to move until 1.5. But if you move until 1.5, means your number is getting bigger or getting smaller. 150 now is like 1 point something only. So your number is getting smaller. And if your number is getting smaller, the power should get bigger. So here you have to plus. Plus what? How many times you move? 2. So 2, 6 plus 2. So the answer is 1.5 times 10 power 8, which is C. Right? Remember, if one side gets smaller, then one side should get bigger. Okay? It has to be balanced, ma. Okay? Table 1 shows the mass of crackers have been sold by Kilang Keropok for January, February, March. Given that the mass of cracker in March, okay, in March is X, so I will write X, is equal, I will use the equal sign. Sum, it means something plus something, sum, right? Sum of mass of crackers in February, which is 7,600. So, and 1 over 5 of in January. So, 1 over 5 times this. And then, calculate value of X. Hey, just tekan this one only lah. But when you tekan, you know you have to do the 1 over 5 times this one first. So let's tekan the one first. So 2.54 exponent 5 times 1 over 5 means divide 5. Okay, after divide 5, you have to plus 7600. So this is the answer. But if you look at the answer here, semua dalam standard form. So tekan ENG. 58.4 times 10 power 3. Is this standard form? Not yet, not yet. Because standard form, dia punya decimal point in front mesti ada 1 digit saja. Sekarang ada 2 digit. So you have to move until here. So that it becomes 5.84. So when it changed from 58.4 to 5.84, your number gets smaller already. Like this is 58 point something, this is 5 point something. So of course the number is getting smaller. So if the number is getting smaller, then the power should get bigger. So you have to plus what? Plus 1, because you move 1 time. So 10 plus 3 plus 1 is 4. So the answer is 5.84 times 10 power 4. So D. Right? Number 5, express 1, 2, 3 base 5 as a number in base 8. Okay, this one tak ada shortcut. Because if you want to change from base 5 to base 8, dia tak ada cara cepat. You have to change to base 10 and then change to base 8. So how to change from 1, 2, 3 base 5 to base 10? So remember, when you're changing from a smaller base to base 10, you need to, so dari kecil to besar, right? From a smaller base to base 10. So from small to big. So you have to use the darab tambah method. So what you do is, kalau sini base 5, you just write 5 power 0, 5 power 1, 5 power 2 atas. So 5 power 2 is 25, and then you have to darab tambah, and then 5 times 2. So 5 darab 2 tambah 5 power 0 is 1. So 1 times 3, just write 1 times 3. Okay, I should put it in bracket nicely like this. So it will be 25 plus 10 plus 3. 25 plus 10 plus 3. So this is 38. So 38 is not the answer. You don't go and bulatkan A and then you thought A is the answer. No. This is in base 10. Dia nak base 8. So now what you do? Just now from smaller base to base 10, you darab tambah. Sekarang dari base 10 to base 8. So from a base 10 to a smaller base, now you need to bahagi. So when you bahagi, you have to write the remainder beside. So you divide by 8 because you want base 8. So 8 times what is 38? Okay, I know 8 times 5 is 40. But I need to choose the one that is smaller than 38. So 8 times 4. So 8 times 4 is 32. 32 nak jadi 38. Remainder 6. And then bahagi 8 again. You have to bahagi sampai sini jadi kosong. And then baru you stop. 8 times what is 4? 8 times 1 is 8. But I already said you have to choose the smaller one. So 8 times 1 is already bigger. So 8 times 0 lah. So if 8 times 0 is 0, 0 nak jadi 4. Remainder 4. And you have to baca from down. Okay. It means you baca terbalik lah. Okay, you tak baca atas ke bawah, you baca bawah ke atas. So it's 4, 6, base 8. So the answer is B. Number 6, given that Q is a one digit number, Q5 equals Q10, state the highest possible value of Q. The answer is D. Okay, the answer is D. Because you know, in a base 5 number, there can only be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for base 10, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 9. Okay, so the highest possible value of Q will be 4 lah, because 4 base 5 is equals to 4 base 10. Okay, yeah, so because it's like this, right? Q base 5, okay, so for base 5 and base 10, right? So we know base 10 is quite simple. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. But for base 5, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next number will be 10. Because in base 5, dia tak ada, you won't see the digit 5. Okay, you won't see the digit 5, you won't see 6, you won't see 7, you won't see 8, you won't see 9. You will only see 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 1, 0, and then 1, 1, and so on. That's why the highest possible value will be 4. Okay, because that is the maximum value you can find in a base 5 number. Alright, so yeah. Number 7, in diagram 1, PQRSTU is a regular hexagon. Yeah, this one already repeat how many times? Like if you watch my previous video, I already say the same thing like how many times already. Like this is their favorite shape, like regular hexagon. Ini saja. Okay, like if you got do all the previous state paper and you go watch the video, watch my video, I'm sure by now you already know the angle will be 120, 120, 120. Because you do it so many times, you already like, how to say, you don't even, it's not you don't even have to memorize it anymore. Like it already masuk otak, like automatic in your brain already, because you do it so many times already. Okay, why 120? Because of the formula n minus 2 times 180. The n is number of sides, so other num sides, so 6 minus 2, and then times 180. 6 minus 2 is 4. When you times 180 is 720. But since it's a regular hexagon, you can divide by 6. Because regular means all sides are equal. If all sides are equal, all angle should be the same. That's why each angle will be 120. But soalan nak cari y tolak x. We already know y is 120. But now I have to tolak x. Easy lah this one. This is a straight line. So 120, the other side will be 60. You just take 180 minus 120, you get here. And then this is a triangle. So triangle, the total angle should be 180 also. So 180 minus 90 minus 60, dapat lah x. So you get 30 here. So x is 30, y is 120. What is y minus x? 130 minus 30. So the answer is C. Number 8, in diagram 2, RSTUV is a again lah, regular pentagon. Regular pentagon, the angle will be 108. Okay, so RSTUV, so 108. 108. Here also 108. Okay, can you see I didn't write at all place, right? Like the 108 sebenarnya semua angle ni is 108, but I didn't write. You know why? Because ada line kacau sini. Kalau nanti saya buat sini nanti, yeah. Because I don't want it to, I don't want the whole thing, I want separately. So that's why I leave it first. So SUVW is a rhombus. SUVW. Okay. So rhombus is actually like parallelogram. Rhombus. What's the difference between rhombus and parallelogram? Rhombus, semua side sama panjang. Okay, semua side sama panjang. So I should use like, yeah, like this to indicate that they are same length and also parallel lah. Alright. So what else? Calculate value of x plus y. They did mention that this is a regular pentagon, so it means that sama panjang, sama panjang, sama panjang, sama panjang, sama panjang. Okay, I should erase the rhombus one because it looks so confusing, right? Because I don't want to confuse you. So let's just do it like this. Sama, 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 sama. Okay, can you see it forms an isosceles triangle here? So if here is 108 and here is y, so here will be y also. Do you agree? Because this is isosceles, right? So if these two is same length, means this angle and this angle is the same. And you already know what is y plus x. It's A. It's 108. Okay? Because that is the interior angle of a pentagon. Okay? I hope you know how I get 108. I'll just show you again. Okay? So you use this formula, right? N minus 2 times 180. And the n will be 5 because there's 5 sides. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 times 180 is 540. And you can divide by 5 because, yeah, it's a regular. That's why it means that the sum of interior angle is 540, but If it's a regular pentagon, then you can divide by 5 and each angle will be 108. Okay, that's why the x plus y is just 108 already. That's all. Number 9. In diagram 3, EFGH is a tangent, JKF is a straight line, blah blah blah. Alright, find value of P. Okay, how to find value of P? First of all, I see a cyclic quadrilateral here, and I also see a tangent point, and I also see a triangle. And I know, because I know my rules, right? I know what rule I can use kalau dia bagi like triangle macam ni, because sini x, sini x, sini y, sini y, they will be the same. So immediately I will write here 65 already. See, here and here same, right? Okay, and can I find the angle here? Yes. And after I find the angle here, can I find P? Yes. You just take 180 minus, because this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So if it's, can you see? What is cyclic quadrilateral? It means when there's a quadrilateral inside the circle and all 4 corners of the quadrilateral is on the circumference, then you can use this rule. It means opposite sum is 180. So how to find here? Just take 360 minus first. So 360 minus 220 minus 65. So it's 75. 75 is here, but I want P which is opposite. So you can take 180 minus because it's in a cyclic quadrilateral. So the answer should be B. Alright, so number 10, diagram 4 shows 2 triangles P and Q drawn on a square grid. So this is triangle P, triangle Q. And dia mesti akan bagi tahu yang mana object, yang mana image. And you make sure you got right. Make sure you ada tulis object image. Okay, some of you want to rush, right? You all think you all smart already. Like you all want to skip, you all want to do it fast. Don't, okay? Don't, please. Q is the image of P under transformation. So you actually have to write this thing I and you have to write O here. This is very important because you need to know which one is the starting, which one is the ending. So the object is the starting, so it's like P, the starting of it is P and then Q, okay, and then the ending will be Q. Find the image of point S under the same transformation. So you know P to Q is what? It's not translation, obviously, it's not translation, because yeah, you just look at it also you know already it's not translation, and it's definitely not reflection, because yeah, how can you reflect like this? So it's not enlargement also, because they are the same size. So it's rotation, right? But maybe some of you will say, bukan reflection ke? Alright, if you don't know, tak apa. You're not sure, right, whether it's reflection or rotation. Tak apa. You join the relevant points. Maksudnya, this is object, this is image, right? So you join the point. Like for example, this one, I call it A, I call it, this one I call it B, this one I call it C. And then you find out where is kawan A, where is kawan B, where is kawan C. So where is kawan A? Kawan A is at the 90 degree, so the 90 degree here, so this will be the A prime. So A join with A prime. It means these two, they are how to say? They are partner lah, okay? Okay, it's easy. The A, this will be the A prime. Okay, where will be B prime? Mana kawan B? Can you say A to B kena naik berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, is it correct if I write B prime here? Can you see A prime to B prime only naik 4 only? Maksudnya your B prime is not here. Your B prime should be here. Okay, that's why you have to pandai tengok. Okay, and then you sambung a line. And then the last one will be C prime. So the C prime will be here. Right? So when you join all 3 lines, what can you see here? What you notice here? You notice that this is a messy version. Can you see? And it's a rotation. Because if it's a rotation 180 degree, all these lines will intersect at one point only. All will intersect at one point. But if the intersection point is like, how to say, the 3 lines does not intersect at one point. Like this one didn't intersect at all. Like this one dia sendiri saja. Okay, these 2 ada intersect lah. But yang ini tak ada intersect langsung. That's why this is a 90 degree rotation. Okay, it's not a 180 degree, it's a 90 degree rotation. So because since the soalan want you to find image of point S, it means S will be the object. It means you have to do a rotation from S using the same center and same angle and same direction. Macam tu, itu maksud dia. But now you don't even know what is your center, so you need the compass. Excuse me. You need the compass to help you find out where is the center first. So you already know A and A prime is together, so yeah, you have to. And by the way, if it's 180 degree rotation, you don't have to use compass anymore. Because if it's 180 degree, when you join all the lines, the intersection point will automatically be the center already, right? Okay, but since this is a 90 degrees, so you have to use your compass. Okay, so A and A prime, right? So let's oh, excuse me. I'm a bit sick today, so yeah, sorry. Okay, so A, okay, and then A prime, okay. Okay, I can see that. Just make sure you can see the intersection point, so it's here. And then atas do the same thing. I hope you all draw with me lah. Okay, you all okay, like as you listening to me now, you all like is also holding your compass and you all also drawing it. Okay. Because it might look easy, but sometimes when you do it, okay, it's like different a bit. So you have to really do it yourself. Okay, so A and A prime done. But I need another line. Okay, I need another line to see the intersection, right? Okay, actually I should erase this line because this is not the compass line, right? Because later I need to find out what is the intersection, so it's better to erase it first. Okay, next. Okay, I used A prime just now, so now I can use B prime, right? Actually C prime also can. Okay, actually it's like, yeah, up to you lah. Okay, I'll use C prime lah. Okay, I'll use C prime. So I will draw up, I'll draw down, and then I'll put at C. Please don't put at the wrong point. Okay, C mesti dengan C prime, dia mesti dengan kawan dia. So yep. Alright, so I can already see where is my intersection point. Down here and then up here, right? So it's like this. So the intersection point is here. So this will be the center. So what is the center? 9, 7. So 9, 7 is the center. Okay, now this is the tricky part. This is the tricky part. Find image of point S under the same transformation. So how? Some of you will just, oh, ini center kan? So turun 2 and then go here 2. So this is the answer. Okay, ini salah. Like, I know some of you will do this. Okay, I know. Okay, confirm mesti ada yang buat macam tu. Like, you all thought the answer is D, right? 11, 7. Okay, maybe not all of you, but I know some of you will do it like this. Okay, because you thought like, oh, object ke image is like this, turun, right? So it should be like this lah. So you just, okay, cincai saja. Okay, turun 2 and no, that's wrong. Because this is not a clockwise rotation actually. Okay, imagine this is the center, right? Okay, so in the center, let's draw a cross. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so like this. Can you see this is not a clockwise rotation? This is actually an anti-clockwise rotation. 90 degree anti-clockwise. Of course, you can also call it clockwise 270, right? But actually, yeah, I'll just call it a 90 degree anti-clockwise, right? Can you see here? You pusing, right? Yeah, it's a anti-clockwise because the object is here, the image is here, so it's like anti-clockwise. Why is it not clockwise 90? Because if it's clockwise 90, the image should be here, right? Should be here. And if it's 180, what if it's 180? If it's 180, it will be here. Okay, but it's here. That's why it's a clockwise 270. But I'll just call it the anti-clockwise 90 because it means the same thing. So anti-clockwise 90 degree. And the center is 9, 7. Okay? So now you already know it's anti-clockwise 90. That is why just now I said you cannot just S turun 2, go here 2 because that is the wrong answer. Because if you it should be anti-clockwise. So it should be horizontal 0, vertical 2. And then when you terbalik, horizontal 0, vertical 2. So when you terbalik, horizontal 2, vertical 0. But horizontal, jangan horizontal ke sini. You have to horizontal ke sini. And then vertical 0. Means tak payah naik, tak payah turun lah. So this is the answer. 7, 7. Okay, why you horizontal here and not here? Because you already know it's anti-clockwise. Hello. Anti-clockwise 90 is this direction. So it means your object is here. So your image should end up here lah. Takkanlah you move away from your answer, right? Because you already know it's like somewhere here. So of course your horizontal should go that way. Okay? You have to go towards your answer. Okay? Alright, hold on, give me some time. Alright. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So, yep, let's continue. Number 11, in diagram 5, pentagon PQRS is image of pentagon JKLM. So, like, write it down. Which one is the image? PQRS is the image. You have to write it one. This one is very important. So, this one is image, this one is object. So, if you look carefully, your object is getting smaller, you know. It's not getting bigger. That's why it's important to write which one object, which one image. So, can you see at first, the object is like bigger, and then now it gets smaller. So when it gets smaller, it means what? Your scale factor will be fraction. Okay, will be fraction. I hope none of you tell me like, oh, kecilkan means scale factor negative. No, okay, I already say it so many times already. Okay, scale factor negative is when the object and image is inverted. It's terbalik. Alright, keep reading. PQRS is image of pentagon JKLM under enlargement scale factor at point F. So point F is the center lah. Okay, so macam mana nak cari? Let's find out what is the point F first lah. How to find the center of enlargement? Just use a ruler, right? So J kawan dia P, right? And then Q kawan dia K. Or you can use LR can also, okay? Just make sure you join the right point, okay? Wait, I didn't draw a straight line. Okay, let me draw it again. It's so hard to draw because of this thing here. Okay, let me draw it again nicely. So DK, right? So it's like this. This will be somewhere here. Okay, so this is the center lah, 5 0. So if you look at A, B, C, D, B and D is wrong. Okay, B and D is wrong because the center should be 5 0. Okay, what about the scale factor? 1/2, right? It cannot be negative, guys. It cannot be negative. Okay, negative means the object and image inverted. Dia tak ada invert pun. Okay, dia tak ada invert pun. Okay, because the scale factor formula is length of image divided by length of object. And what is the length of image? 1, 2, 3. What is the length of object? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just 1/2 only. Like tak ada negative punya. Okay, make sure you really understand the concept. Like what happens when scale factor negative? What happens when the image gets smaller? Okay. Like, make sure you really understand it. Okay, number 12. Diagram 6 shows triangle ACD. It is given that BD is symmetrical. When you see the word symmetrical, means this line will divide this shape into two equal half. It means two equal size. Okay, it means this line, the left side of it will be half of it, the right side will be half of it. And these two will be exactly same side. It means kalau sini X, here will be X. Because it's like a reflection of it. So if here is 16, here will be 8, here will be 8. And here, if the length is 10, here also 10. Yeah, because axis of symmetry. And you can find out here is 6 using Pythagoras theorem, right? Square root 10 square minus 8 square. Alright, why minus? Because you're finding the short one. Okay, you can use your calculator. Okay, you will really get 6. Next, B is the midpoint of line AC. Okay, I already know that because they already said axis of symmetry. Find value of cos x plus tangent y. Cos x plus tangent y. Your x is here. So what is your x? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So it's like 8/10. And you can see x is a quadrant 1, right? It's a acute angle. So if it's a acute angle, okay, it means that all positive, right? All positive. Because acute angle means is all positive. Here's sine positive, tangent like this, right? So if your angle is in quadrant 1, then all positive. So you tak payah tambah negative. What about tangent y? Okay, tangent y is quadrant 2. But tak apa, you tengok the angle towards x first. So walaupun tangent y sini, tak apa, we tulis the value first. So what is the value? Tangent is soka tua, right? So tua, opposite over adjacent. So, okay, let me erase this so you can see it much more easier. So, tangent y, right? Tak apa, you can tengok dari sini punya. It's okay one. You can ambil angle towards x. And then tengok opposite over adjacent. So, it's like 6/8. But, the y here is a second quadrant. Can you see it's an obtuse angle? It's like somewhere here already. So, here it means only sine positive. So, you have to tambah negative. So, it will be 8/10 minus 6/8. So the answer is 0.05. So A is the answer. 13. Diagram 7 shows part of graph y equals 2 sine x. Find the coordinates of k. So you have to know what the value means, right? 2 sine x. So I already explained it before, but I'll just do it again. So let's call it here A, here B. The number here will tell you the number of cycle. And this will be the height ataupun amplitude. Okay, I'll just call it height. Actually, the correct term for it would be amplitude. Okay, but to make it easy for you to understand, I'll just call it height. Okay, the tinggi lah. Alright. When they say y equals 2 sine x, maksudnya your graph is only one cycle. One cycle means until here, one cycle. And when it's the number in front here is 2, it means the paling tinggi will be 2 and negative 2. So it means that 2h equals to 2. Okay, it means h is 1 lah. Agree? And then the tengah-tengah here will be 91. Okay, tengah-tengah here will be 91. Alright, so find coordinates of k. So the answer is what? If you know your graph, if you know your triangle graph, okay, if you understand, if you really, if you, especially for those yang ada ambil NMATS, you lagi tak boleh, you have to know this even better, because in NMATS, you there's a part where you need to sketch, right? So you have to really make sure you know this. Okay, so what would be the answer? So you can just use the substitution method. So what is the coordinate here? The coordinate here will be theta. Let's call it x lah, because since we don't know what is it, right? What's the angle we don't know, right? We don't know. Let's just call it x. And what is the y coordinate? Is 1, right? So x1. And the original equation is y equals 2 sine x. So boleh lah saya masukkan, betul? Sebab dia kan ada passes through, right? Like the equation of this graph is this. This is the equation, and dia kan ada passes through point ni. So boleh lah saya passes through. Boleh lah saya masukkan. Jadi 1 equals to 2 sine x. 1 is the y coordinate, so I masuk depan. So 2 sine x equals to 1. Sine x equals to 1 over 2. And x equals to shift sine 0.5. So it's 30 degrees. So the answer is, the x is 30. So it's not C and D lah. So A ke B? B lah, bro. Because x already say the y coordinate is 1. Okay? It's not, yeah. So the answer is B. Okay? Okay, 14. Diagram 8 shows a cuboid with a horizontal base PQRS. Cuboid lah. Okay, tak apa, biar dulu. Okay, W, X, and V are midpoints. PS, QR, TU. Midpoint. This is important. So W is the midpoint of PS. X is the midpoint of QR. V is the midpoint of TU. Name the angle between plane VQR and PQRS. Why do you think they tell you like these are the midpoints? It means you kena ambil the midpoint lah. Okay, it's very high chance you have to ambil the midpoint. So VQR is the triangle. PQRS is dekat bawah sini. So what you do? When it's a triangle and a rectangle, you have to choose the, choose the short one, right? But you cannot choose VQ or VR, because VQ and VR, they are the same length. Because can you see they tarik to the midpoint of TU. So the VQ or VR shorter, actually both is equal length. So what you need, you have to take the midpoint. The midpoint will be the shortest one. So the answer is VXW ataupun WXV. So VXW ataupun W. So the answer is C. Right? Or you can use the method which is lukis 3. The first column will be bulat. The second column will be bulat pangkah. And the last column will be pangkah. And how you do it is, they give you VQR, PQRS, right? So what you do, VQR, you guna bulat. So VQR bulat. So bulat. PQRS, you pangkah. Pangkah. Only pangkah at this point. But wait, VQR ada missing point tak? Ada. So X. So actually X also you have to bulat. Okay. PQRS ada missing point tak? Ada 2 tau. PQRS. X and W. Maksudnya X and W also I have to pangkah. Right, now I can go straight to this. Okay. So bulat. Yang bulat apa? V saja. Tak ada dah. When I say bulat means bulat only. This one doesn't count because this one is ada bulat and pangkah. So V only. The second one will be bulat and pangkah at the same time. So bulat and pangkah at the same time is Q, X and R. So dia boleh jadi Q, dia boleh jadi X, dia boleh jadi R. Okay, what about yang the last one? The last one is yang ada pangkah. So you tengok yang mana ada pangkah saja. S, W and P. So S, W, P. And now what you do? You ambil the first one and then you compare with Q, X and R and you choose the shortest one. So VQ, VX, VR, which one shortest? X lah. Okay, Vx. Because VQ, VR will be the same length. So what you do, you have to take the midpoint. Remember, if your triangle is satu lebih pendek, satu panjang lah, then you choose the short one. But what if it's sama panjang? If sama panjang, you always have to take the midpoint. Okay, just remember that's a very important concept. Okay, for the last one will be VS, VW, VP. Which one? VS, VW, VP. VW lah. Because VS and VP is hypotenuse. Okay. If you tarik here, this will be 90 degree opposite hypotenuse. Tarik here also 90 degree opposite. But if you tarik W, it's like vertically above. So that will be the shortest one. So the answer is BXW. Okay, of course this method, you don't want to use can also. Okay, like even before using method, I already know the answer, right? So actually, if you, okay, this method is just for like weak students that, you know, they cannot imagine, right? Then you can use this method. Of course, okay, of course, maybe some of you will say like, will think it's, how to say, it's okay, it's a waste of time to do all this, right? Because some smart students, they can do one, right? Like they can straight away know the answer. Then if you rasa this method is unnecessary for you, right, then don't use it lah. Just use your imagination. Okay, feel free to use your creativity. Okay, and you know, just make, as long as you get the same answer, then it's okay already. Okay, I just do it like this because I know there are students that, you know, they want an explanation, you know, they want a method, they want a step-by-step process to get to the answer. So that's why I show this method. Okay, but if you think that this method, you don't need this, then yeah, just feel free to use your own way to find the answer, or your own imagination, your own creativity. Alright, but for weak students, I recommend you, like, if you really cannot, like when I say the answer is BXW, you really cannot understand why, then you just follow the step by step lah. Just ingat the step and just follow the step. Just follow what how I explain it, right? Then you can do it, right? Okay, so number 15, in diagram 9 shows a building and a flagpole. The depression angle means looking down of J from N. So J from N. So draw a line from J to N. Okay, I should use a ruler actually. So J from N. So angle of depression means looking down from where? From N is 17. So from N looking down to J. Okay, actually I can join a line here, right? Yeah, okay. So maybe some of you will just go and label here and write 17 here. Okay, please, okay, do not do this kind of mistake. Okay, like this one is very basic. You don't write 17 here, because I already said angle of elevation and angle of depression always start from eye level. What is eye level? So eye level is you have to tambah a line sendiri, and the eye level will always be parallel with the horizontal ground. So this should be 17, not here. You have to start from eye level. This is the eye level. So yeah, this is the 17. And can you see this line that you tambah here is a horizontal line. It's parallel with the horizontal ground. So maksudnya saya boleh Z, 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 and here will be 17 also. And you can see a right angle triangle already. Okay. Of course, actually you can find the angle here also. You just take 90 minus 17, but you don't have to. You don't have to lah. It's useless actually. Even if you find the angle here also, okay, you want to find Ken also, but it won't be useful. Okay. So find the distance of KL. Excuse me. K to L, let's jadikan distance there X from the flagpole to building. So how to find the distance here? So you know the distance here will be the same with the distance yang you tulis sini X. Betul? So if here is 20, here is 20 also. Here, that's why here is X, here is X also. And the whole thing is 35 now. So what is 35 minus 20? 15. So what you use? The angle sudah bagi opposite, nak cari adjacent. So when involve opposite adjacent, what I need to use? Sine, cos, or tangent. So opposite adjacent. OA. So O and A. So it should be tangent, right? So tangent 17 should be opposite 15, and then adjacent is X. And then what you do? Bahagi jadi darab, darab jadi bahagi. So like it's like tukar tempat. So 15 divide tangent 17 is the answer. So 15 divide tangent 17. Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit sick today. So yeah, 49.06. So A is the answer. Okay, so next question will be number 16. In diagram 10, P and S are points on a horizontal surface. PQR is a building, okay? Given the elevation of Q from S is 38. Q is here S is here. So remember, I always say you always have to start from a horizontal line. Okay, ataupun the eye level lah. Okay, you can say a horizontal line ataupun the eye level. So S, the horizontal line will be here. So start from horizontal line, 9 until Q is 38. Kalau angle of depression also the same. It always has to start from a horizontal line. Okay, okay. And the elevation angle of R from S is 55. So from S, you don't go and write here 55. I already said need to start from horizontal line. Need to start from like horizontal line. So it will be like this. Baru betul 55. And I know some of you will go and find here. Okay, can. Tak salah. But it won't be useful one. It's useless one. Because in angle of elevation and depression, it's all about the right angle triangle. And if you cari the angle here, yeah, if you take 55 minus 38, you'll get the angle here. But what's the use of this angle? It's not even in a right angle triangle. So you can find, but it won't be useful at all. So I won't find it. Okay, I won't find it. Okay, calculate the height of QR. So QR is here. So how to find? First of all, you need to find PR first. Remember, you always need to use right angle one. You cannot use the like this kind of triangle. You cannot use SOHCAHTOA. So yeah. So what you do is you have to find PR, and then you find PQ, and then you take PR minus PQ. So use the big right angle first. So the big triangle will be RPS. So this is the big triangle, big right angle. So here will be 55, and here will be 40. So can I find PR? Yes. So how to find? Oh, excuse me. The angle opposite is opposite. So saya nak cari opposite and dia sudah bagi adjacent. So when it involve opposite adjacent, use tangent again. So tangent 55 equals to PR over 40. So the PR will be what? Tangent 55 times 40. Oh, excuse me. So it's 57.13. That is the length of PR. But this is not the answer. This is PR. Soalan nak apa? Soalan nak QR. So now what you do? You find PQ lah. You find PQ and then take PR minus PQ. So PR is the whole thing. Tolak PQ, dapatlah PQR. So how to find PQ? Okay, use the small right angle. Just now you use the big one, right? Now you use the small one, which is QPS. So the small right angle, and here will be 38. Here will be 40. So how to find QP? Use tangent again. Same. So tangent 38 equals to opposite, which is PQ, and the adjacent is 40. And the PQ will be tangent 38 times 40. So it's 31.25. Okay, you don't even have to write it down because you already know what you need to do. You just take 57.13 minus the answer, right? 57.13 minus answer. So the answer is 25.88. So the answer is C. Right? I hope you understand what I'm doing. Okay? I'm just finding PR, the whole thing. So I already get 50. And then I find QP. Sini. And then I take the whole thing with 57.13 minus the answer here lah. Because if I take the whole thing, tolak dengan sini, balance dapat lah QR. Number 17, in diagram 11, S, R, and T are 3 points on the horizontal ground. R is due north of T. This is bearing, so you need a ruler. Okay, you need a ruler. So what does it mean? R is due north of T. R berada ke utara T. It means that the north of T is pointing towards R. So this is the north. The north will be this direction. So the north will be facing, the north of T will be pointing towards R. So where is the north of R? It will be pointing here lah. And where is the north of S? It will be pointing towards here also. Okay, just try to make it like at least, like how to say, lebih kurang parallel lah. It doesn't have to be really accurate, but yeah. Okay, find the bearing of S from R. So what is S from R? From R means from R punya north. Pusing clockwise, pusing clockwise, not like this, pusing clockwise. Pusing. But you don't stop here. This is T saja. Dia cakap S from R. So, pusing sampai jumpa S. So, it's like here. Okay? Because this is S. Okay, this is S. This is the S line. So, how to find the angle here? First of all, I can draw a cross here. Like, try to make sure like it's like lebih kurang 90 degree. So, how to find here? So, the answer is C lah. Okay, the answer is C. How I know? Here is 90, here is 180, and the angle is here. So the angle should be in between 180 and 270, and C is the only one. C is the only option that is between 180 and 270. Okay, so how you can do it? Here is 50, right? So here should be 50 because this is isosceles. So 180 minus 50 is 80. So what you do is you take 90, 180 plus 80, because here is 180, right? And here is only 80 only. It means the small part here is 10 degree. And the 10 we don't include. So you just take 180 plus 80, 260, you'll get the same answer. Okay, done. Oops. 18, in diagram 12, NOS is the axis of Earth. POQ is the diameter of Earth. Okay, this is important. Find location of point P. So easy. If QP is the diameter of Earth, then the latitude of P will be 40 south. Okay, A and B confirm wrong lah. Okay, it cannot be north lah. How can this be north? Okay, how can this be north? This is already like down here already. So A and B is wrong. Okay, U stands for north, by the way. Okay, U is like utara, right? Okay, so it's either C or D. So which one is the correct one? P, the longitude will be what? You already know the latitude is 40 south, but what about longitude? So you know this side, the longitude is 100 east. So for the other side is 180 minus. You can take 180 minus. So you get 80 degree and the east will become west. So the answer is D. Okay, nothing special. 19. 3x minus 1 square minus 4x minus 1. So you can expand. How to expand? First you square depan dulu. What's 3x square? 9x square. And you ambil depan darab belakang times 2. So 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. Times 2 is negative 6x. And then you take negative 1 square is plus 1. And then minus, buka bracket jadi 4x plus 1. Be careful here because the minus will become plus. Because, yeah, the negative outside the bracket, it will change all the sign inside the bracket. Okay? Okay, so the answer will be 9x square. Negative 6x minus 4x is negative 10x. Plus 1 is plus 2. So the answer is A. Alright? If you don't know how to expand it like this, then just do it step by step lah. 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1 like this. Alright? Yeah. But I will not teach all the basic things. Okay? This is just a video like to go through all the question. It's like a last minute revision. So don't expect me to talk about every single basic. Okay? Like all the details. Okay? I won't teach all the details. Okay? So express this as a single fraction. First of all, I can already see that the 2ab minus 4b I can factorize, right? Because 2, 4 I can take out 2. AB and B I can take out B. And when I take it out, tinggal with A. Because 2AB I already take out 2B. So tinggal A lah. Negative 4B when I take out 2B, tinggal dengan minus 2 here. Wait, betul ke? Yeah, betul lah. And then 9 minus B square, actually you can change it to 3 square minus B square. Okay? The divide I can tukar jadi times. The 3 minus B I can write atas. The 6AB I can tulis bawah. Okay, yang ni tak payah buat apa dah because memang tak boleh factorize already. Okay, 3 square minus B square. You can open 2 bracket. And then you write 3B, 3B. 1 minus, 1 plus. Betul? Because it's, yeah. And then times with 3 minus B, 6AB. And now you can potong 3 minus B, potong 3 minus B. 2 I can potong with 6 and tinggal with 3 here. And the B also I can potong with the B here. So tinggal dengan apa? Atas darab atas, bawah darab bawah. So atas only tinggal with A minus 2 only. And bawah tinggal with 3 plus B darab 3A. So it's like 3A bracket 3 plus B. So this is the answer. Actually you can expand in the 3A, but I will not. Do you know why? Because I was looking at the answer while I do it. So I saw all the answer dia tak darab masuk. That's why I tak darab masuk. Because this is paper 1, right? So you can always look at the choice you have. So A minus 2 over 3A, 3 plus B, so the answer is D. Alright? You can darab masuk, but if you darab masuk, then you have to take it out again. So why darab masuk? Okay? Just don't darab masuk lah. Alright. Next will be 21. Given blah blah blah. Express Y in terms of X. Means cari Y lah, cari Y. So darab masuk dulu. 2X. And then darab masuk 6Y square. Equals to 2 minus 3Y square. But they want you to express Y. So macam mana nak cari Y? Kumpulkan yang ada Y on one side. So 6Y square plus 3Y square is 9Y square. And then the plus 2X pindah jadi minus 2X. So this is it. And then now if you want to find Y, you have to pindah the 9. And after pindah the 9, you have to pindah the square root. The square. And you cannot pindah terbalik tau. You cannot pindah the square first. Tak ada. You have to pindah the 9 first. Mesti. Because if you pindah the square first, the answer is wrong one. Confirm wrong. It will get the wrong answer. You have to know which one to pindah first. 9 pindah first. So darab jadi bahagi. So 2 minus 2x over 9. And then square jadi apa? Square root. Siapa dapat square root? Semua dapat. Semua dapat square root. So it's like square root 2 minus 2x over 9. But if you look at ABCD, ada ke square root 2x minus 2 over 9? Oh, jap. Did I make a mistake here? Okay, never mind. I think I did everything correctly. Yeah. I didn't make any mistake. Okay, let me just double check. 2x plus. Okay, yeah, I did. Betul lah. Alright, so ABCD, which one is square root 2 minus 2x over 9? Actually, there is no... Yeah, this is different. This is square root 2x minus 2 over 9. Okay, and also, all of this answer, bawah tak ada square root tau. Dia punya square root, right, is not for semua. Like, if you look at all the ABCD, the square root only untuk atas saja. Yang bawah tak ada square root. It means what? I have to somehow hilangkan the square root yang bawah. Because, look at my answer. My answer is like, everything square root. Atas pun kena square root, bawah pun kena square root. So, what I can do is, I would square root atas, square root bawah like this. It means this, when I write square root 2 minus 2x over 9, sebenarnya maksudnya square root 2 minus 2x over square root 9. And the square root 9, I can jadikan 3. And then atas is square root 2 minus 2x. Okay, now then you can tell the answer is A. Alright? Because the square root, yeah, okay? Because when you square root the whole thing, it means atas kena square root, bawah pun kena square root. So yeah, that's why the answer is A. Alright. Okay, wait, let me... Okay, sorry for the interruption. Because I'm sick today, so yeah, I need to clean my nose from time to time. Okay, let's continue. 22. Adam sells 2 types of cakes at different price. So there's 2 types of cake. A slice of chocolate cake is sold at 3 ringgit. Okay, I will just write it down. Chocolate, 3 ringgit. So RM3. So this is the price lah. And then what else? Cheesecake is sold at twice the chocolate. Cheese, twice the price. It means RM6 right? Cheesecake is sold at twice of the chocolate cake's price. Oh, excuse me. In conjunction with the opening of a new branch, he is giving a 50% discount on all type of cake. So after discount, 50% means what? 1 ringgit 50 cent. And this one, when you discount 50% means what? 3 ringgit. Okay, do you know what is discount 50%? It means the price will be half. It will be the price after discount will be half the original price. Okay, 50%. So just divide by 2. Derive the formula for the selling price of cake Z if M slice chocolate cake and N slice. So M slice of chocolate cake and N slice of cheesecake are sold. So after discount, you have to use the price after discount lah, right? So saya nak tanya, if you sold 1 cake, the price will be 100 ringgit 50 cent. So if you sold 2 cake, it will be 2 times 1 ringgit 50 cent. If you sold 3 cake, it will be 1.5 times 3. You sold 4, it means 1.5 times 4. But if you sold M, so it will be 1.5 times M lah. Same for here. If you sold 1 cake, it will be 3 ringgit. If you sold 2, it will be 3 times 2. If you sold 3, it will be 3 times 3. But they say they sold N, so it will be 3 times N. And then add together to find the total sale. So the answer is C. 23. So they give you this thing here. Okay, this one you just need to do it by yourself. Okay, so bracket 1 over 2. When they say bracket power 1 over 2, it means everything inside the bracket have to power 1 over 2. Everything. Okay? And you know power 1 over 2 means it actually means square root also. Okay? So, what is 49 power 1 over 2? 7. What is A power 2 power 1 over 2? A. What is B power A power 1 over 2? B power 4. Divide, you can juga jadi times. Sini tak ada benda is over 1. So, you terbalikkan, dia akan jadi 1 over A power 3B. Okay, let me explain. 49 1 over 2 means square root 49, that is 7. Why A power 2 power 1 over 2? Because if the power is like this, side by side, you boleh darab. So, tinggal A je lah. That's why I write A here. What about B power A power 1 over 2? Sama lah. You just take B power 8 times 1 over 4 is 2. That's why. Oh, I silap. This one is 2, right? Okay, so betul lah. 8 times 1 over 2 is 4 actually. So, yeah, this is 4. Okay, and then now what you do? You can potong. The A here, you can potong with the power 3 here, and it will become power 2 here. But let's not do that lah. Let's not do that. Let's potong last baru potong. Okay? I will just leave it like this, and then I'll just take atas darab atas, bawah darab bawah. So 7A times 1 is 7A. Bawah darab bawah, it will be A power 3. Okay, what is B power 4 times B? Is B power 5. Because base sama darab, the power we have to plus. And sini means power 1. And now baru saya potong. Okay, so the 7 is still here. What is A bahagi A kuasa 3? A divided by A power 3. Sini tak ada benda means power 1, right? So bila base sama bahagi, the power we have to minus. So it will be A power 1 minus 3. So it will be A power negative 2. But if you look at all the answer given, dia tak nak you naik pun. Dia tak nak you naikkan the A. They want you the A to stay at the bottom. It means they want the A at the bottom. So you get A power negative 2 sama juga dengan 1 over A power 2. It means that what you are getting is the A power 2 dekat bawah. Of course, you can write atas also, but if you write atas, it becomes A power negative 2. But since I'm looking at the answer already and I see all the answer, the A is like at the denominator, right? So, this is the answer. A. Okay. 24, find value of blah blah blah. Alright, of course this one you can use your calculator. Okay, I will show you how to do it with the calculator, and then I will show you how to do it without using calculator. So 5 power 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Oh. And then times with 3 power negative 1. And then divide by 3 square. And this one, when you tekan, you have to be very careful. Because I know here is times, but you have to tekan divides. 5 power 1 over 2 means square root 5. Okay? Kalau dia dekat bawah, means divide. Okay? So, yeah, be careful. You cannot tekan divide 3 square times 5 power 1 over 2. Cannot. You have to tekan divide 3 square, divide 5 power 1 over 2. And I 1 over 2, power 1 over 2 means square root lah. Okay, so that's why I tekan like this. And then equals. And then the answer will be negative 5 over 3. Why is there no answer? Did I press it wrong? Okay, 5 power 3 over 2, right? Times with 3 power negative 1 means times 1 over 3 lah. So times 3 power negative 1, right? Negative 1. I think I pressed something wrong earlier. And then divide 3 square. So 3 square. And then divide square root 5. So 5 over 27. So the answer is B. Okay, what if you want to do it without using calculator? Base 5 dengan base 5 boleh buat. Base 3 dengan base 3 boleh buat. So when the base is the same, bahagi the power with minus. So 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2 lah. Times with, same thing here, 3 power negative 1. Divide 3 power 2 means base sama bahagi the power with minus. So minus 1 minus 2. So it will be 5 power 1. 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2 is 1. And then 3 power negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. And you know 3 power negative 3 is 1 over 37. So it's like 5 over 27. Right? So if you want to do it without calculator, this is how you would do it. I mean, this is how I would do it. Okay? But you have your calculator, right? So up to you lah. Okay? Up to you. You can use the calculator also if you want. But just make sure you know how to tekan, right? Like some of you will just tekan times here. Then of course it's salah already. Okay? So yeah, make sure you know how to tekan lah if you want to use the calculator. Which of the following number line is the solution of triangle for inequalities? Blah blah blah. Alright, so how to do? Just solve it lah. Just do it lah. Just do the inequality. So negative 3x bigger or equal to plus 5 jadi minus 5. Negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6. X is negative 6 divided negative 3 is 2. When you divide by negative, you have to change the sign from bigger to smaller. So the answer will be x smaller than or equals to 2. So 2 included lah. So A is wrong lah. Why A is wrong? Because A is for x bigger than or equal to. So A is wrong. Why B is wrong? B is for x smaller than or equal 3. So B is wrong. C is for x smaller than or equals to 2. Okay, C is correct. Okay. Okay, D is not correct because it's x bigger than or equals to 2. Okay. What if I want you to draw x. Contoh. I want you to draw x smaller than 2. Tak ada line 2. Then how you would draw it? You will just draw it like this. You will just draw it like this. There won't be the black dot. There won't be a dot. It will just be a circle like this. Kalau dia smaller, it means kalau dia ada dot macam ni, it means that you have to draw. You have to do the line. It means that that number is included. Okay. Yep. Let's continue here. Alright. Hold on here. Give me a second here. Alright, sorry for the interruption again. Drink more water lah, guys. Don't be like me. Get sick during Chinese New Year. Hi, shit. Okay, let's continue. It is given that P is in between 3 and 12. So if in between 3 and 12 means what? It means that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 macam tu lah. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is included. But 3 is not included because for the 3 here, dia tak ada lines. So 3 is not included, but 12 is included. So these are the solution for this inequality lah. Okay, what about this? 3 minus q bigger than 7. Okay, do it lah. 3 minus q bigger than 7. So it will be what? Negative q. Okay, 7 minus 3 is 4. And you want to find q, right? So depan sini means negative 1. So you are actually dividing by negative 1. It means that you are bringing the negative with you. And when you are dividing by negative, the sign have to change. So smaller. You have to write smaller here. And it will be negative 4 lah, because 4 divided negative 1 is negative 4. So be careful, right? Remember, always when you divide negative, you have to change the sign. So q smaller than negative 4. So what number is smaller than negative 4? Negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and so on. Banyak lah number dia. Okay, let's keep reading. Where p and q are integers, find minimum value of p minus q. This is the tricky part. This is the tricky part. Okay, so listen carefully. P minus q. P minus q, how to find? This is the possible value of p. This is the possible value of q. So there's so many possible answer, right? You can take 4 minus negative 3 and then you will get 7. But you can also take 6 minus negative 1 or 8 minus 0, 10 minus negative 2. You found answers there? Because there's so many p value and there's so many q value. So which one you need to take? You know, ambil 5 minus negative 2 ke, or 7 minus 1 ke, or 12 minus negative 3 ke, right? Because there's so many, and I didn't even list every value of q. There ada banyak lagi tau. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ada lagi. Jap. What am I doing? What am I doing? Q smaller than negative 4. What is smaller than negative 4? Negative 5 lah, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, and so on. Okay? I go and write negative 3. Okay, silap. Okay, so let's continue. There's so many p value and q value. So which one you want to take? Which one minus which one? Okay, so look carefully. Minimum value. So minimum value means what? Minimum value means you have to take the smallest value of p and the largest value of q. Okay? Because in a number line, we know that this is 0. Right? So let's say, because you look at p, all the numbers is positive. So like the smallest number of p would be 4. Alright? So p 4. And then the q, you have to choose the biggest number. You know why? Because all the q number is like negative. It means, can you see the number is actually getting smaller? And the biggest number will be negative 5q. So when they say minimum value means you have to choose the smallest value of p and the biggest value of q, so that the gap is the smallest. You understand? You understand me? If you choose negative 6, then the gap will be bigger. If you choose negative 7, the gap will be bigger. You found what I'm saying? That is why you need to make sure you choose the smallest value of p, which is 4, and the largest value of q, which is negative 5. So the answer is 9. The answer is D. Alright? Minimum value means you have to make sure that the gap is the smallest. Macam tu. Alright? So, itu maksud dia. Alright. 27, diagram 13 is a pie chart showing the donation to 4 clubs. The total donation is 18,000. The 18,000 will be 360 degree lah, because it's total, right? So 18,000 is equivalent to 360 degree. Right? So I'll just write like this. And then let's continue. Okay, they give you P is 40 degree. And then S, Q, R, and so on. Okay. It is given that the donation of Q, R, and S is in the ratio 2:3:5. So Q, the ratio is 2. R, the ratio is 3. S, the ratio is 5. Find the donation received by S. So how to find the donation? Okay, first of all, you already know P is 40 degree. So can I find the donation for P? Yes, I can find the donation for P, because they say total donation is 18,000, which is 360 degree. So if P is 40 degree, then berapa donation dia? Sini bahagi apa? Okay, I don't want to confuse you. So I will just do it slowly. 360 degree is equivalent to 18,000. So 14 degree will equivalent to what? So what you can do is you find out what's 1 degree first. How to find 1 degree? You take 360, you take 18,000 divide 360 lah. 18,000 divide 360. So it's like 50. You faham ke apa saya tengah buat? Because 360 degree is equivalent to 18,000. So 1 degree is equivalent to 18,000 divided 360. So it's 50. So now I can take the 50 times 40. Because if 1 degree is 50 RM50, then 40 degree will be 40 times 50 lah. So just times 40. So this will be the donation for P. So the donation for P will be 2,000. But they want you to find donation of S. So how to find? You know the what to say? You know the total is 18,000. And it means the sum of P plus Q plus R plus S, all this donation will equal to 18,000. Correct? And you already know P, the donation is 2,000. It means that, boleh tak saya ambil 18,000 tolak dengan P, and P which is 2,000. Dapatlah donation, total sum of donation of Q, R and S. So what is 18,000 minus 2,000? So 16,000. Okay, 16,000 is not the answer yet, of course. Okay, it's not the answer yet. 16,000 is just the donation of Q, R and S add together. But they want you to find donation of S only. Okay, masih ingat tak dia bagi ratio? So sini 2 portion, sini 3 portion, sini 5 portion. So in total berapa portion? 10 portion, right? So you know 10 portion is equivalent to 16,000. The sum of ratio is 10, right? 2 plus 3 plus 5. And the sum of donation of QRS is 16,000. So now I want to find for ratio 5 only, because they want S. So if ratio 10 is 16,000, ratio 5 is what? 8,000. So the answer is C. Okay, why? Sini bahagi 2. So sini bahagi 2 juga lah. Okay, so that's the answer. Of course, you can do it slowly also. How to do it slowly? You take 16,000, divide 10 first. Divide 10. Why divide 10? Because you want to know what's like 1 ratio berapa. So 1 ratio is equivalent to 16,000. And then times 5 lah. Okay, you will get the same answer one. Trust me. See? 8,000. Right. So yeah. Okay, next. 28. Table 2 is a frequency table, shows the age of 36 workers. Calculate the estimated mean. Okay, the mean formula will be midpoint times frequency divided by total frequency. So find the midpoint lah. 27, 32, 37, 32, 42, 47, 40, 52. Alright. If you don't know how to find the midpoint, just take the lower limit plus the upper limit divided by 2. Right, that's all. That's how you find the midpoint, and you will get what I write here. Okay, so 27 times, what's the frequency? 7 times 7 plus 32 times 10 plus 37 times 9 plus 42 times 7. Okay, and then plus 47 times 2. Okay, plus 52 times 1. Equals, and then don't forget you have to divide by total frequency, which is 36. So the answer is 35.611. So C. 29. Table 3 shows the cumulative frequency for score obtained by 40. Sudah tanya berapa kali? Like how many times do you want to ask this? Okay, like they are just recycling question at this point. Like they always give you cumulative and ask you to find back frequency. Alright, and I hope like by now you already know how to do it. Okay, because I know some students. You know, sometimes students, they confuse, you know, like they don't know how to, like when they give cumulative, like some students, they don't know how to cari balik. Like they can only, like if I give you frequency, and I ask you to find cumulative, like maybe the student boleh buat, right? They know, okay, tambah. But whenever it's in reverse, they give cumulative and they want to find back frequency, some students, they blur one, like they cannot do, okay? But please lah, okay, please make sure you know, because soalan ni is jenis soalan yang selalu keluar. Because you already see it how many times in trial SPM, right? So 40 is the total frequency, and then they give you cumulative. Kalau saya akan terus tambah satu column in the middle to write down the frequency. It will be 5. So how to find this? 16 minus 5, right? So 11. So how to find this? 25 minus 16, right? 25 minus 16, so I think it's 9, right? Yeah, and then what's 33 minus 25? 8. And then what's 40 minus 33? 3, like this. Okay? Like some of you you want to find the number here, you go and take 25 minus 16 minus 5, like, I also don't know why, okay? No. That's not how you do it, okay? Cumulative, if they give you cumulative frequency and you want to find back, you have to cari balik the frequency, this is how you do it. A number of score of new participants are added. The new mode is 3. So you want the mode to be 3. It means you want the frequency here to be the highest frequency lah. Okay? But of course now it's not the highest frequency because now it's like 9. And the highest frequency is actually 11. So to make this the mode, it means the 9 you have to plus 3 lah. If I'm also say, you have to plus 3. Because 9 plus 3 is 12. Right? Then only the mode will become 3. So determine the minimum number of new participants, 3 lah. Okay? Because 9 has to plus 3. Why cannot 2? Okay, if you 9 plus 2, if you add 2 plus 2 here for the frequency, you will only get 11. And the 11 here means that the mode is 2 and 3. But I want the mode to be 3 only, so it should be plus 3. The minimum number should be 3. Of course, plus 4, plus 5 can also, but they say minimum, right? So answer is 3. Oh, excuse me. Okay, 30. Diagram 14 shows an O-give for the score obtained by a group of Form 5 students in a mathematics test. Which of the following is not true? Don't be lazy. Okay, don't be lazy. And also this question also repeat already. Like, berapa kali dia suruh ulang, right? It's the same thing only. Like they give you a O-give and then give you some information here and then ask you which one is true ataupun which one is not true. Okay, sudah tanya banyak kali. Okay, I tak ingat lah which state, but kalau you ada buat, you will. Okay, like this question is kita sudah buat in a lot of state ada keluar. So macam mana nak buat? Every time I explain this question, I always say the same thing. I say don't be lazy, right? Do a table, okay? Because I know some of you don't want, right? You don't want to draw the table. You want to, okay, you think you're smart already. Okay, so you go and look 10 to 19, 3. And then you go and, 10 to 19, 3. And then 20, 29, 8. And then you go and check, 20, 29, 8. Mana boleh tengok macam tu? Ini cumulative, bro. Ini frequency. Mana boleh? Like, yeah, like, don't rush, right? Just take your time. Like, how to say? Tukar balik dulu jadi table form. So, the 9.5, 19.5, 29.5, these are all upper boundary. And these are all cumulative. So what you do is, you form a column with upper boundary. And then convert the upper boundary to class. And then before you write cumulative, write down frequency. And then baru cumulative. This is how you should do it. Okay, what's the upper boundary? 9.5, 19.5, 29.5, 39.5, 49.5, 59.5. This is the cumulative. Like 0 first. The first one will always be 0. O-give always need to start with 0. So 9.5, 0, 19.5, 3, 19.5, 3, 29.5, 8, 29.5, 8, and then 16, and then 21, and then 25. Okay, you cannot terus tengok, guys. This is frequency tau. You cannot just tengok 10 to tak boleh. Okay, convert jadi class dulu. Okay, some of you will tell me, this one is 10 to 19. It's wrong lah. It's wrong, and I don't understand why you would say that, because okay, logic speaking, like they already said the upper boundary is 9.5. So it means what? If you write 10 to 19 here, then the upper boundary will be 19.5 already. So if you want the upper boundary to be 9.5, then here should be 9, here should be 10. Do you understand? So that the upper boundary of this class will be 9.5. Okay, what about here? What about the number here and here? It should be 19 and 20. So that the upper boundary of this class will be 19.5. What about here? I want the upper boundary of this class to be 29.5. So it should be in between 29 and 30 lah. And the rest you already know is 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. It's just plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. Here also plus 10. Right? Yeah, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. So here will be 0. Okay, because minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, minus 10. So 10 minus 10 is 0, right? Okay. Some of you will write 1 here, and that is also wrong lah. Okay, cannot write 1. Because dia kena tambah number yang sama. If you write 1 here, then it will be plus 9 already. So it will be plus 9, plus 10, plus 10. So it not consistent already. It should be everything like atas ke bawah kena tambah benda yang sama. Okay, so this is how you do it. Okay, what about the frequency? If they give you cumulative, want to find back the frequency, I just show you in the last question, right? 29. Okay, you minus, right? 3 minus 0 is 3, 8 minus 3 is 5, 16 minus 8 is 8, 21 minus 16 is 5, here is 4. Okay, which of the following is, okay, now you can look at the answer already. Okay, now when you look at it, it will be so much easier. 10 to 19, frequency 3. 10 to 19, frequency 3. Yes, A is correct. A is true. 20 to 29, frequency is 8. No. So B is the answer. Because they asked which one is not true, right? So B is not true. Okay, what about C and D? Just to make sure it's correct. 30 to 39, 8. Is it correct? Is it true? Yes. 40 to 29, frequency 5. So yes. So the answer is B. Remember, you cannot terus tengok daripada graph 1 because this is cumulative, right? Next, which of the following graph represents y equals 2x squared minus 3x minus 9? Confirm bukan A, confirm bukan B. Because the A is positive. Kalau A positive means the graph will be U-shaped. So it's either C or D. So which one is the correct answer? Okay, what is the difference between graph C and graph D? The y-intercept is the same. They are both negative 9. The x-intercept is not the same. For C, the x-intercept is negative 3 and 3 over 2. For the answer D, the x-intercept is negative 3 over 2 and 3. Dia lain, huh? So which one is the correct one? Okay, how to find x-intercept? If I want to find the x-intercept of a line or a curve or any line, okay, any equation, how you want to do it usually? When y equals 0, right? X-intercept y equals 0. So 2x squared minus 3x minus 9 equals 0. So you factorize. So when you factorize, what you get? 2x, x, 3, 3, right? Here will be minus, here will be plus. So x is negative 3 over 2, x is 3. So the answer is D. And you use your calculator to tekan lah. Okay, so how to tekan mode, EQN, degree 2. So what's the A? 2, right? So 2. What's the B? Negative 3. What's the C? Negative 9. And this will be the x-intercept. 3, and then you tekan equal again. Negative 1.5, tukar jadi fraction. So 3 and negative 3 over 2. So the answer is D lah. 3 and negative 3 over 2. Not C, C is like the balik already. Okay, so that's all. Alright. Alright, 32. It is given that the universal set 11 to 20 x is an integer. So, is 11 and 20 included? Yes. So, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They are included, 11 and 20 included because there's a line here, right? Okay, set Q is a multiple of 3. So, multiple of 3 will be what? 12, 15, 18. That's all. When you write multiple of 3, you only write those yang ada dalam universal set, right? So, betul kan? Yes. R, multiple of 6. Multiple of 6. So, tengoklah. Only write number yang ada dalam universal set. So, 6 is like 12. Multiple of 6, right? Yang mana lagi multiple of 6? 18. That's all. And then, list all the elements of set Q intersect R complement. Jangan, like, don't rush. Okay? Like, do it slowly. Set, first, you find out what is Q intersect R first. Okay, and then only you find Q intersect R complement. Okay, I know you all like to do it fast one. Okay, you all like to, how to say, nak cepat. But it's very easy to make careless mistakes. So just, just take it slow. Okay, biar lambat, asalkan selamat. Okay, what's Q intersect R? Q intersect R means intersect mah. Intersect means you find out like the common elements, like yang sama. So 12 and 18. That is the Q intersect R. But since I want complement, means everything except 12 and 18. So everything except 12 and 18 will be what? So all the universal set ambil kecuali 12 and 18. So 11, 12 don't want. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 don't want, because except 18. And then 19, 20. So A, B, C, D, which one match with what I write here? So the answer is A or B? B, right? Why not A? Because A tak ada 15. And from what I write here, ada 15. So B is the answer. 33, diagram 15 is a Venn diagram, blah, blah, blah. P is a egg sandwich. Q is a tuna sandwich. R is a sardine. It is given that number of universal set is 260. It means total semua lah. NP is 100, but please don't write 100 like this. No, it's wrong. Okay, because the 100 here means that, the NP 100 here means that here and here, because this is also inside P. This is also inside P, so don't write it first. NQ is 120. Same, don't like write it, because the 120 is including here and here. Alright, because this is also part of Q. And R is 20. Yeah, this one you can write. Because R dia memang dia sendiri saja. Okay, P intersect Q is 10. This one you can write P intersect Q 10. Okay, now you know here is 90 lah, because just now they say the whole thing is 100, right? Here. And then NQ, if NQ is 120, minus 10 is 110. And just now they did say the total is 260. So if you minus, dapat lah yang luar sini. So 260. Okay, I need to reset mode 1. Okay, 260 minus 90 minus 10 minus 110 minus 20. So it's 30. It means the 30 is like, don't like egg sandwich, don't like anything. They don't like egg, they don't like tuna, don't like sardine, and so on. Okay, find the difference between number of students who did not take any of the sandwich. 30 lah. Number of students who did not take any sandwich, so 30 lah. But they want you to find the difference. It means beza, it means tolak. You have to tolak. So find the difference between number of students who did not take any sandwich with the number who took sardine only. Sardine only is set R only. So set R only is 20. So what is the difference? 10 lah. So the answer is A. Right? So it's quite easy, right? So next. Okay, next. Which of the following graph represent xy equals to negative 2x squared minus 3x? You have to tukar jadi y equals dulu. Okay? You have to tukar jadi y equals dulu. Because equation should be always y equals to something. Y equals. Okay? Yang ni xy, so you have to bahagi dengan x. So what is negative 2x squared divided x? Negative 2x. Negative 2x divided x is negative 3. Can you see this is actually a straight line? And this straight line, because it's in gradient form, right? Ataupun you can say it's in linear form, right? Y equals mx plus c. So the answer is not A, it's not B. Because A and B is a quadratic curve. And quadratic dia punya power mesti 2. And this one is not quadratic. Okay, this is a linear straight line. So the answer is either C or D. So which one is the correct one? Okay, we know the gradient is negative 2. The C should be negative 3. So the y-intercept should be negative 3. And both the y-intercept is negative 3. But what's the difference? One line is going down, one line is going up. So I did mention that kalau gradient dia negative, the line should be going down. So the answer is C. Alright? So yeah, because the gradient is negative. Okay, that's why your line is going down. 35. Diagram 16 shows a straight line which intersect x-axis and y-axis on the Cartesian plan. The value of Q is what? So Q is the x-intercept. So y equals to 0. Alright. Dia berlawanan, right? Kalau x-intercept, y equals 0. Kalau y-intercept, x equals 0. Dia memang macam tu. So find value of Q. So how to find value of Q? Okay, first you can find what's the gradient first. negative 4 minus 2 over negative 1 minus 4. So it will be negative 6 over negative 5. So it will be 6 over 5. Remember, when they always want find value, we will always use gradient one. Okay, now what you do, since they are collinear, right? It means that tak kira you ambil any 2 points on this line, and you use the gradient formula, you will definitely get 6 over 5. So what you do now is you take x0 and 4, 2. So it will be what? 0 minus 2 over x minus 4 equals to 6 over 5. Right? Even though we are using two different points compared to just now, but the gradient will be the same, because imagine if you potong sini, you potong this part and then you letak sebelah dia, letak sebelah line ni. These two lines will be parallel, right? Yeah, of course it will be parallel. That's why the gradient of here to here and the gradient of here from here to here will be the same. Alright? So darab silang. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. 6x is equals to 14. And x is equal to 14 over 6, which is 7 over 3. So the answer is D. Alright? 36. There are 80 red shirts and 32 green shirts in a container. So there's a container and there's two, how to say, there's red shirt and there's green shirt. So red shirt ada berapa? 80. Green shirt ada berapa? 32. So in total there is 112. A shirt is chosen at random from the container. Find probability that the shirt chosen is a green shirt. 32 over 112 lah. And when you potong is what? Just use your calculator to help you simplify. Just tekan 32 divide 112 and then tekan ABC. So the answer is A, 207. 37. In the bookshelf there are 40 science and a number of geography. So there's two types of books. There's science, there's geography. Science ada berapa? 40. Geography ada berapa? Tak bagi. Panggil, just call it X lah. The probability that the geography book chosen is 308. So probability of geography is 308. So you know total ada 40 plus X. Betul? Because the total is 40 plus X. Okay, we don't know geography ada berapa, but we jadikan dia X, right? So it means that X, number of geography over total is equals to 3 over 8. 3 over 8. Darab 9 dapat jawapan. So 8X equals to 120 plus 3X. 5X equals to 120. X equals to 120 divided 5. 24, I think. Yep. Answer is C. 38. It is given that P varies inversely as square root. Inversely means tulis bawah. So 1 over square root of Q. Square root is like this. Okay, square root. And then, untuk variation, step dia sama saja. What is step number 1? Convert the symbol variation, the variation symbol jadi equals to K. And then second step, find K. And then third step, rewrite. It's always the same one, variation. Okay. I can say almost all the, like you just remember these 3 steps, you can do almost all the variation question already. Okay, so after you do this, then what? You have to do, first step, convert the variation symbol to equals to K. So P equals to, you have to tambah constant, right? So usually we use K lah. And then the step 1 done. Step 2, find K. How to find K? Masukkan P and Q. So P is 3, Q is 64. The soalan mesti akan bagi punya P and Q. So 3 equals to K bracket 1 over square root Q square root 64. What is square root 64? 8. Okay, so it's like K1 over 8 like this. So bahagi 8 pindah jadi darab 8. So what is 3 times 8? 24. And after you find K, step 2 done. What is step 3? Rewrite. So when you rewrite, you tengok balik sini. So P equals to 24 bracket 1 over square root Q. Don't forget the hubungan is darab. Okay, but it's not over yet. Calculate value of P when Q is 16. Just masuk lah. P equals to 24 1 over square root Q. Square root Q when Q is 16. Okay, what is square root 16? 4. So 24 times 1 over 4 means 24 divided 4. So the answer is 6. Hey, you can use your calculator one. Okay. If you use your calculator, tekan, you will also get the same answer. Right? So you can feel free to use your calculator. Okay. Okay, the volume of prism varies directly as length and height. Okay, the volume I will just use V to represent. Varies directly. So saya kena tulis atas length and height. So I'll just use L besar, H besar to represent length and height lah. And then, given that the volume of prism is 450, length and height is 10 and 5. Hey, why do you think they give you the V, the length, and the height? To help you find K lah. To let you find K. Because this is variation, right? So, V equals K, L, H. And you want to find K, you need to masuk V, L, and H. So, don't silap masuk. V is 450. And then L is what? L is the length. And length is 10. And then the H is 5. So, can I find K? Yes. Just take 450 divide 50, I think it's 9, yeah. And then calculate volume of prism with length 12 and height. So after you find K, you have to rewrite, right? So when you rewrite, it becomes V equals to 9LH. And the hubungan is darab. But it's not over yet because they want you to calculate the volume if length 12, height 7. So V equals to 9 length H. Length is 12, height is 7. So 9 times 12 times 7. 9 times 12 times 7. 756. So the answer is C. Right? That's all. Okay, final question number 40. It is given that blah 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 is the inverse of blah blah blah. Find K plus M. So how to do? This inverse is, they already do inverse for you. You faham maksud saya? So this is the inverse yang soalan bagi. So what I can do is I can do my own inverse and then compare my own inverse with the one yang soalan bagi. You faham maksud saya? So the inverse, I mean, this is before inverse. And I need to do my own inverse version lah. So that I can compare my inverse with the inverse yang soalan bagi. Because this inverse is soalan yang bagi punya. So how to find inverse? 1 over, okay, 3 times 2 is 6. Don't forget to minus negative 1 times 4, which is negative 4. 3 and 2 terbalik jadi 2, 3. 4 and negative 1 tak payah terbalik. Tapi kena tukar tanda. 4 jadi negative 4, negative 1 jadi 1. So what is 6 plus 4? 10. So it's 2, negative 4, 1, 3. Jadi boleh expand kan? But don't expand. You know why? Because look at the one. Dia tak ada expand kan? So saya pun tak ada expand. Sebab nanti saya nak compare. Right? So if I masukkan, if I darab masuk later, then how to compare? It means if I darab masuk, then later here also have darab masuk. So tak payahlah. Just leave it outside. Sebab dia tak darab masuk, saya pun oh, excuse me. So saya pun tak darab masuk. So now we compare. 2 compare with 2, 1 compare with 1, 3 compare with 3, K is negative 4, M is 10. K is negative 4, M is 10. But they want you to find K plus M. So negative 4 plus 10 is 6. Right? Okay, that's all. I'm going to go take some rest lah. Okay? Okay. next set will be Terengganu. Okay, the Terengganu is the last one, right? So hopefully you got learned something new from this video. Alright, bye bye.